Ranger Week on the Paper Crafters Library blog, and we will be focusing on Tim Holtz distress stains. Every day this week we'll share a different technique using the stains, and each day we'll also be giving away a set of 12 distress stains compliments of Ranger. We'll share details on how to enter at the end of this video. In today's video I'm going to show you a variation of the wrinkle-free distress technique which uses the picket fence distress stain. Unlike the other distress stains which are completely translucent, picket fence contains a white pigment, giving it a semi-translucent quality. We have more information on picket fence in our Introduction to Distress Stains video. Okay, so over here we're going to show you the technique on how to do the wrinkle-free distress with picket fence. Essentially it's the same idea as the wrinkle-free distress, but it has a few small little variations. I'm going to grab one of my manila tags, and I have over here my pigments ready. I'm using a little bit of wild honey, broken china, and picket fence. The picket fence, of course, being the only pigmented one, is also the only one that has a little metal ball in the bottom, and it's going to need to be shaken up. And you want to make sure that that pigment is evenly suspended throughout the liquid. Okay, so always give it a nice good shake before using it. Okay, the other things I'm going to need is I'm going to need a little bit of a spray water bottle over here. I like this old hairstyling one because it has a really nice fine mist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my picket fence, I'm going to press down just to kind of activate it, bring it up to the forefront, and I'm going to rub some of this down. Now the picket fence, what it's essentially going to be doing is creating a bit of a marble effect in it. Okay, squeezing the bottle just to get a little bit of extra there. Okay, always come back and put a little more. Now be careful not to touch your different other colors with the picket fence. If you do though, don't worry, keep it standing up, grab a paper towel and rub to clean off the top. So I'm just going to lay down a little bit of my wild honey. Make sure there's a decent amount. And a little bit of the broken china. Now I want to add just a little more picket fence to get a little bit more of that marbling effect. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my spritz bottle and I'm going to spritz down. Now that my water is spritzed, it has a little bit of extra moisture to help it. If you want, you can add a little bit more or a little bit less. But if you're using less, remember you're going to have more distress stain. Okay, all it's going to be doing is diluting the color a little bit, just to let you know why it's doing that. It's just adding a little more moisture, make it easier to spread. And I'm going to take my tag now, I'm going to place it down like this, and I'm just going to give it a twist. Okay, and you can see I have that beautiful effect, which I'm just going to dry off quickly with my heat tool. Okay, so once it's dry, I can then take this and I can pick up some of those little globules of color, which are just going to add some beautiful texture. So I'm just going to kind of stick it down and lift up. Okay, so just add some interesting texture to my piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and dry it again. And you can do this multiple times to get multiple layers of texture going on. Okay, so you can see here my piece is dry. I did dab it in a few more times into the little globules of color. I love the little added layers it puts on there. I love the texture and just the way the colors kind of blend together. So now I'm just going to show you a few samples of a card that I made using this wrinkle-free distress with picket fence technique. Okay, so here's that card or inspirational piece, whatever you want to call it, that uses this wrinkle-free distress technique for the background and the wrinkle-free distress with picket fence for the foreground over here. I created a separate combination of colors for the sunburst as well as for the sunburst negatives, and we have a video tutorial on how to create this card from start to finish available at Paper Crafters Library for our members. To enter to win this set of 12 distress stains, visit the Paper Crafters Library blog and leave a comment in the post you see here. If you are watching this video from somewhere other than our blog, you'll find a direct link to this post in the video description section. While you're there, we invite you to check out the benefits of becoming a Paper Crafter Library member by clicking on the Benefits of Membership link at the top of our blog. All 5 winners will be announced on Monday, April 16th. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out some of our other great technique videos using distress stains.